Welcome back to the Beauty Authority. I'm Tatiana, Director of Aesthetic Content at NewBeauty. And today I'm joined by someone you've definitely seen on our feed before, model, entrepreneur, and Prakti Beauty founder, Pritika Swarup. Hi, Pritika. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining New Beauty and giving us all of your secrets behind your beautiful glow.
Well, thanks for having me. I can't do enough with you all.
We love having you. And let's get into it. And as I said, you're no stranger to New Beauty. You were our fall 2024 cover star, one of my favorite New Beauty covers of all time. And so for anyone who doesn't know or they're discovering you for the first time, can you share a little bit about your background and what led you to start Prakti Beauty?
Yeah, definitely. And before I get into that, I just want to say that I loved shooting that cover and it was so fun. The team was amazing. I need to frame that. It's like one of my favorite shoots.
We love it too. There's movement. It's one of the best covers we've ever had for sure.
Amazing. So, my story really goes back to growing up with a holistic approach to beauty. So, beauty and wellness is really connected to my personal journey and just my heritage. So, I practiced all these rituals and remedies with my mom. She's an Ayurvedic practitioner. And, one of the biggest, I guess, differences is the fact that it's a holistic approach. It's about balance of mind, body, and consciousness. And that philosophy really stayed with me. And these amazing ingredients like turmeric and amla, ashwagandha that are now becoming more and more popular were just part of these like raw recipes that we would be making in our kitchen. So I learned a lot from her. And then as I got into the modeling industry and I started building my career, I was working with many different cosmetic companies. And I saw that there was just this difference between the way we were approaching beauty. We were approaching beauty in this more like surface level quick fixes. There'd been so much scientific, advancements in this area, but when it came to holistic beauty and thinking about skin as like an ecosystem and, like the microbiome that you have to balance it for longevity, that approach wasn't really there. And so I saw this like white space and I really wanted to figure out like how I could combine the two and make it so that, obviously we're addressing those immediate concerns, but we're also getting this long-term health and balance, focused on, and then just creating these amazing rituals and sensorial experiences that women could actually look forward to and really love.
What was your first product launch and what is one product, and maybe it's the same, but what is one product from your line that everyone should try?
It's the same. It's a Pretty Polish Instant Glow Exfoliator. So we
So
launched with
good.
that one product. Yes, that's definitely the one Procti's known for. And it's really because it's just, I mean, in one use, you have brighter, softer, smoother skin. And when I was doing a lot of research, the number one desire, I spoke to hundreds of women, their number one desire was just glowing, fresh skin. That exfoliator actually changes color. It has pomegranate enzyme, it has this sativa rice powder, so it's dual powered, but when you add water to it, it changes color and it into this beautiful purple, and it has this, like, mood boosting aroma that makes you feel really good. So, yeah, I mean, it was the first product, it's still the product that, drives the brand, and, I never go anywhere without it.
When we talk about Ayurveda, we talk a lot about inflammation. Why is inflammation such an important part of the conversation when it comes to having healthy and glowing skin?
Well, inflammation is the cause of so many different skin issues, reactivity, acne, redness, a disrupted skin barrier. So, inflammation, I think it's interesting now, even like in dermatology, like people are talking more and more about that, like inflammation in your skin, in your body. So, it's something going back to like the Ayurvedic practice of just maintaining a balance. Inflammation means like excess pitta in Ayurveda, and I don't know if that a lot of people knows what that means, but there's pitta, vata, kapha in
Oh,
Ayurveda.
yes.
Yeah, so it's all about the balance of these doshas, but not to get too technical, but,
Pitta, the heat.
so pitta is the heat. Yes, the heat where where it's really talking about, like, just reactions that can be caused, by so many, like, environmental factors, by exfoliating too much and disrupting your barrier or your diet, lack of sleep, and especially stress.
Yeah. Well, we can all relate, right? We need a little stress relief for our skin and our minds. So, uh, facial oils, facial massage, lymphatic techniques, they're always in the spotlight, but they're having a big moment again. What are some of the benefits of these practices that people might not realize?
Well, I feel like everyone thinks about facial massage like it's for sculpting and, it's just relaxing. And yes, it is, but it's really about like circulation and your lymphatic system. So, stimulating your lymphatic system, it really helps with the body's detoxification process. So, any movement does that. It's not something that's constantly moving, whereas like your blood circulation, like if you're able to continue the movement, that's a system that's already flowing. So, I think the main reason for these facial exercises and for these like massages are really just to make sure that that detoxification process is working, and then also, you got your blood moving and circulating. That helps so much just, deliver nutrients to your skin, to your cells. So, I do abhyanga in Ayurveda. It's called abhyanga, and it's just this type of facial massage that's been around for thousands of years.
And outside of those practices, what are some other daily practices that we can be doing that's really good for our skin and benefits us overall?
So many. I mean, I feel like you have to pick a few and stick with them, and I think consistency is really important, but I love to do like 2 to 1 breathing. I like to do a little meditation, definitely facial massage, just things that kind of balance your body, balance your nervous system, because it really is so connected to your skin. People don't realize that. And then also just teas like with anti inflammatories that help with stress. So, ginger, turmeric. There's so many different types of teas you can use, and especially in Ayurveda, but that helps with the digestive system, and that's also super connected to the skin. So, like I said, it's all they just very much connected. So, making sure you're mentally balanced and physically balanced, I think, is really important.
What is 2 to 1 breathing and how do we do it?
So it's when you, for example, inhale for 4 counts and then you exhale for
Mhm.
8 counts. So that's also just releasing toxins in the body. It's really calming, like, if you're just an anxious person or you're, I
Yes.
don't know, getting ready for a big event, like, it's almost like you're exhaling all of the stress, all of the tension, and you can pretty much do it anywhere, like, even when you're doing your skincare or you're in the car. I'm
Yeah.
definitely a big, like, advocate for just breathing exercises. There's so much you can control with your breath. Like, even just if you're very nervous, like, a little breath control, all of a sudden you're, like, in control, can take over the world. It's a good feeling.
It's like a natural beta blocker.
It is. It's the first beta blocker we ever came across.
Yeah, totally. Um, and then looking ahead, as we talk a lot about longevity now,
Mhm.
and just leading a more holistic 360 lifestyle. What do you see, what do you see happening for skincare in that regard? What are some things that you foresee is going to happen in the future?
Well, I definitely feel that people are more interested in like integrative practices. I think there's a lot to be said about, science backed ingredients and techniques, but also, these traditional wellness systems like Ayurveda included. But you think about like Chinese medicine, there's just so much from our history that we can kind of take into today and create these rituals that really work for us. And I think that also, like, even when you go to the dermatologist now, like, people are really recommending integrative practices and solutions, not just like, for example, like popping a pill and trying to get rid of the headache. It's like, what's the root of that? A lot about, Ayurveda is about it, finding out what the root like causes of whatever symptom rather than just addressing the symptom. So it's been really exciting to see that change, and I think that, that's exactly where beauty's heading, wellness, I mean, across the board. I'm very excited about it.
It's so funny too to see like new phrases attached to old ideas, right? Like we talk about biohacking, and a lot of those practices are things that people have been doing for centuries just to live better or longer or, have
Mhm.
a better life overall. So I agree. Like we're headed into a much better place no matter what we call it.
Yeah, and it's like it's not a trend. I guess it could, it seems like it's a trend, but it's really like just been around. So there are always new forms. So it's kind of exciting to see like what's going to pop up next.
Yeah. If someone wants healthier, glowing skin just starting today, what are 3 things that you think we should be doing?
Well, I definitely think the 3 easiest things to incorporate would be consistency, like committing to a couple products that really work for you and not trying to incorporate new products all the time and just doing something that you can really stick to, like 3 steps, 4 steps. I feel like a lot of people I talk to or some of our customers, they're always putting something new in their routine, but it's like it messes up their balance or like all of a sudden they're really reactive. And so I think consistency is super important, finding like a simple routine. I think the meditation, breathing exercises, because that just helps like reduce your cortisol levels and helps just keep you really relaxed. And that makes a huge difference like with your skin health and your glow. It's really interesting because I'm not sure that I understood that for so long, and then I realized that it does make, like, the biggest difference.
Yeah. And it shows too, right? When you're really like dedicated and you're able to be consistent and really put a lot of effort into it. I think it really shows in your skin and how you feel and how you present yourself.
Yeah, it's like the little things. I mean, even, like, if you wanna help your circulation and your lymphatic system, like, even, like, putting some cold water on your face, like, getting things moving or I think there's just very simple things that people can do, and they'll see a big difference.
And finally, what's next for Prakti Beauty? What can we expect?
Oh, 2026 is gonna be a big year for us. We have some new partnerships coming up. I'm really excited. Yeah, we've been working on them for a while, so just to see it kind of now in the finish line moment, it's like it's very exciting, and, definitely more events for our customers, for our audience, like, we're really big on just creating these, like, moments where they can come in, get a free facial, I can speak to them and get to know more about just what they love about the brand, what they love about beauty right now. I feel like I learn the most during those times. So lots of activations, some fun partnerships, and more.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining New Beauty today. And I really appreciate it. We love having you. And everybody go check out Prakti Beauty.
Thank you.
Thank you.